Hey, welcome back from your break. This is exponential functions part 3, and it's my last example about exponential functions. So here's one, and it says f of x equals negative 1/3 times 10 raised to the 4x plus 2, and then minus 6. And we're not going to graph it, but what we are going to do is identify certain key characteristics, like the range and any asymptotes. Okay, so that's the plan. Now, before I get started, I like to rearrange these back into the implicit form. So I'm going to take this minus 6 and add the 6 over. That's going to be my starting point. Okay, and then what do we got here? We got negative 1/3 times, and then we got 10 raised to the. Now that 4 in front of the x, I'm going to factor out. That's going to leave me with an x. Now I want it to go 4 times something to make positive 2, so I'm thinking positive 1/2. All right, so that's my first step. The next thing I'm going to do is I want to get rid of this negative 1/3, so I'm going to multiply both sides by negative 3. So that's going to leave me with y plus 6 in brackets. Then here, negative 3 times negative 1/3 cancels, and I'll have the 10 raised to the 4 times x plus 1/2. Okay, I'm going to list now what are the changes to the x's and the y's. So then I can examine, because I know where the original asymptote and the original range was, but now I can see what it's going to do. Well, to the x's, I'm multiplying by the reciprocal of 4, which is 1/4. And then I'm tacking on negative 1/2. Okay, so that's like a shift to the left. Over here, I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal of negative 3, so negative 1/3. And then I'm going to shift the whole thing to 6 down. So down 6. All right, so those are my key characteristics. Now, which one is the one characteristic that's going to affect the range and the asymptotes? It's actually just this guy. That's the only one that's really affecting the range. Because the range, for example, used to be this. Used to be y greater than 0. Well, what's the new range going to be now? It's not going to be y greater than 0. It's going to be y greater than negative 6. And that's because we've pushed the whole graph down 6. As for it's a horizontal asymptote. Horizontal asymptote. And where is that guy going to be? Well, the guy used to be y equals 0, but not anymore because it's now been pushed down 6. It's at y equals negative 6. Okay, so I was able to analyze some of the key characteristics of this graph. No problem. And that's going to be where I'm going to stop. So we'll catch you later.